And these are the matchups we live for, a battle between conference rivals.
Absolutely. There's some extra motivation behind this one, so I'm expecting to see the energy and intensity ramp up.
And this game not only means more to the players, it means more to the fans. This building is going to be loud.
Now here's Young. Pass to Lloyd. And here's Young. Shot clock at 6. Lloyd. The three-pointer off the mark. Ogunbowale with it. And it's Wilson picking her up. And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually. But they were going to get her there one way or the other.
Now here's Gray. Wilson outside. Outside Lloyd. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Beckers. That is her first foul of the game. Dallas on D. Gray up top. Guarded by Beckers. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3. Jewel Lloyd, and that's good.
Well, Lloyd loves to punish teams from downtown. She'll take that shot whenever she can.
Ogunbowale with it. Pass to Smith. Now here's Shepard. Beckers. Gray defending. Now Ogunbowale. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Strong answer from Ogunbowale, a title winner in college. She is a flat-out competitor.
Well, when you think about the best organization in the W, Las Vegas has to be near the top of the list.
I mean, no team has won more over the last 5 years, but also no one has invested more with their own dedicated practice facility, improved arena as well. The Aces are very serious about winning.
Now here's Beckers. That one falls, coming off Arike Ogunbowale's nice feed.
Very well done. Confident and composed, as always.
Gray outside. Again, Las Vegas. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Beckers. And again, it's Dallas with a 3.
Well, you got to give it to Shepard. She keeps her eyes up and her options open.
Gray outside. Here's Wilson. Oh, and it's blocked by Alana Smith. Now here's Beckers. Gray defending. Pass to Ogunbowale. And good that time.
Well, the best scorers oftentimes have an inside and outside game, and Ogunbowale flashes signs of both.
To the paint. And Wilson gets it to go.
Don't need much range to hit from that distance.
Dallas leading. Outside Ogunbowale. Pass to Beckers. Back to Ogunbowale. Beckers. No good on the triple.
Even without that 3 ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here is Lloyd. Jackie Young on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jewel Lloyd.
Well, usually she's providing the pass. Young has to be happy to be on the receiving end of a catch and shoot. More than willing to fire.
Over to the left wing. On the wing, Paige Beckers. Fires the 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
Now here's Gray. Wilson outside. Makes it off the glass.
Few players better than Wilson inside, has a rare combo of touch and length, plus the desire to beat you.
Becker's outside. Pass to Ogunbowale for 3. Score it. Her third straight basket in 3 attempts.
And the lead goes right back over. What a seesaw battle we've got here.
Absolutely. This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can grab it. Somebody's got to take charge.
Let's see how it plays out.
Now here's Young. Here's Wilson. She sinks the 11-footer.
Neither team can miss early on. I don't know how long they can keep this up.
Offensively, at least. Neither team's done jack on D yet.
That's fine with me.
Arike Ogunbowale on the wing, covered by Lloyd. Paige Beckers from outside. Wilson pulls it down. The Aces trailing. And for Jackie Young, it was not an easy start to her WNBA career.
Yeah, she goes first overall in 2019, high expectations, and she shot just 32% in that rookie year. But things really clicked for her in year 4, 2022. Young winning most improved player, and of course, that 22 season, Aces, her team winning the championship.
Now here's Beckers. She's got 9. Screen by Smith. There's Ogunbowale with the 3. Rebound Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. Outside Young. Gray. 3-pointer. Score the basket. Her second of 2 attempts.
A new age point guard. Gray doesn't just handle the ball and pass the ball. She also hits it from deep at a crazy rate.
Now here's Ogunbowale. She's got 8. Pass to Beckers. Good on the triple. And it's the Aces with the ball. They trail by 1. Gray outside. And she can't answer back the 3-pointer offline. Now Ogunbowale. There's the 3. The rebound by Asia Wilson. Pass to Gray. Kicks it out to Wilson. Yes! Great play by Chelsea Gray to set it up.
A momentum builder for sure. Look how quick Wilson makes decisions with the ball.
And here's Shepard. She's guarded by Parker-Tyus. Beckers outside. Shoots the 3. Las Vegas grabs the miss. Here's Parker-Tyus. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Wilson sets a screen. 6 to shoot. Chelsea Gray for 3. Drains the 3-pointer.
A dangerous playmaker with an assortment of moves. Gray is a defender's worst nightmare.
Outside Ogunbowale. Out to the left wing. Pass to Beckers. From outside the arc. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and she'll go to the line. And during her 2024 MVP season, Asia Wilson set a new WNBA scoring record.
Yeah, she became the first player to score 1,000 points in a single season. Wilson averaged just about 27 points per game. Just unreal.
Not only has Asia Wilson won MVP awards, she also has multiple Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
Yeah, the key there, Blake, is plural. I mean, she's got a bunch of them. And so when we watch Wilson, we are no doubt watching the best two-way player in the game. Plus, you think she's added that three-point shot as well a couple of years ago. The only question with Asia Wilson is, what can she do?
Now here's Wilson. 13 points in this game. And she makes that one.
Possesses the size to have a presence inside. Smith continuing to work on that technique, and she is getting better with each season.
Back to Gumbawale. Beckers lets it go from deep.
And Bell pulls it down.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Gray outside. Right wing. Wilson fades and shoots. She gets it in there.
Yeah, she should save the fadeaway move for when she actually needs it.
Here's James. Oh! She hits the buzzer beater! Oh!
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose a possession.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Aces on top. They're up by 6. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Aces so far?
They've come out of the gate strong and put in a solid first quarter.
A lot of good looks for them on offense so far. Just quality shots.
Now here's Gumbawale. Pass to James. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Aces. Here's Gray. Down low. Turner in the post. 1 up, 1 down. She makes her first shot in this game.
Backed by her solid footwork, Turner knows a thing or two about scoring inside.
Outside Gumbawale. Shoots over Carter. Gumbawale shot is off.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
Now here's Allen. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Puts up a 3. The Wings with another miss.
She can't get anything to drop. And the way she's going, it's probably not something she should try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more. That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Pass to James. Launches it. It's hauled in by Smith. Now the Aces with it. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Bell can't hit. Here's Mengiadu, defended by Carter. They set the pick. To the inside. And that one goes in as she's fouled. It'll be 3 points if she can convert the free throw. Well, it's not easy being a head coach in this league. So what is the key to being successful, fellas?
Well, you start with good players. I mean, without good players, you're not winning games. And that's kind of the bottom line from my perspective.
And I'll throw in keeping players engaged. You got to make sure you put them in positions to succeed. You have to nurture them as basketball players.
Going forward, do you guys think the Wings have the best backcourt in the WNBA?
No doubt. They just might, guys. This is the brightest guard pairing in the league. You got the first overall pick in Paige Beckers as a generational talent, Then you're going to throw in former scoring champ Arike Ogunbowale. I mean, how do you stop that duo?
Here's Mengiadu. Pass to James. Now Ogunbowale. The three. It's hauled in by Smith.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
For those joining us, we're in the second quarter with just about 3 minutes gone by. Here's James. That one drops for her. The Aces leading. Outside Lloyd. Turner, pass to Bell. And here's Gray. And another miss by Las Vegas. And just over 3.5 minutes played in this second quarter. The jump hook. They get the rebound. Here's Mangiati. No good.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
Smith outside. Gray outside. Fires from deep. Good. And the assist goes to Nalissa Smith.
These are the shots the coaching staff loves Gray taking. And you can see why with these results.
Now James launches a three. Alyssa Smith grabs the miss. Here's Bell. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Allen. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. "11 feet out. Defended by Turner. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot two.
Well, you allow someone to get to the rim like that, and really that's your only option.
Yeah, free throws are always better than a layup. I would agree with that.
First free throw is good.
Since the Wings moved to Dallas in 2016, it's been tough times for the franchise.
Yeah, first 9 years in Dallas, one winning year, one playoff series won. The good news for Dallas, I think winning the lottery in 2025 might change their fortunes.
That's also good, so she hits them both. Gray with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Wilson. Busts the J after a cagey pass fake.
A strong combination of finesse and skill. And look, when Wilson's rolling, keep feeding her the ball.
Now here's Ogunbowale. She's got 8. Shepard up top. Guarded by Young. Now Beckers. Here's the three. The rebound by Asia Wilson. Gray outside. Pass to Wilson. Shot on the wing. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Explosive first step with an accurate mid-range J. It's part of what makes Wilson so tough to guard.
Now here's Smith. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Outside Ogunbowale. Shepard up top. Shoots a three. It's hauled in by the Aces. Pass to Gray. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, or they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
And here's Agunbawale. 8 points for her. Pass to Beckers. Now Smith takes the three. And it's rebounded by Jackie Young. To the middle. Wilson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
Yeah, that's all that you can do. Wilson is so good at capitalizing inside, even when she's under duress.
Outside Agunbawale. Pass to Smith. Shot to stop the drought. And she's good on the three ball.
A big part of Smith's value, Atlanta can hit threes and space the floor as a big.
Now a timeout called by Las Vegas. And fellas, we were talking about this. One great thing about Agunbawale, her durability.
She rarely misses games. Led the league a couple times in minutes played, and then amongst active players, Agunbawale leads in minutes played per game.
Here's Wilson. She's got 21. Outside Lloyd. Jacks up a three. And the three ball is good.
Decisive. It's a quality for any good shooter. Lloyd has it. Just get the ball, fire away.
Here's James. Guarded by Young. Pass to James. 5 on the clock. Now here's Smith. Beckers, covered by Lloyd. Beckers, no good. And it's the Aces with the ball. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Kept alive. Here's Wilson. Oh, and it's blocked by Alana Smith.
Stay away from Smith, an excellent shot blocker.
Pass to Shepard. Now Beckers, covered by Lloyd. Beckers, no good. Outside Lloyd, from downtown. Shepard pulls it in. Now James. Back to Smith. The three. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shepard. That'll be her second foul of the game. Parker Tyus on the right. Good. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, a mindful decision maker. Gray always knows where she is on the court and what's around her.
Pass to James. Beckers. Sinks the triple.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Gray. She's got 11. Out of bounds, it'll go to the wings.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Beckers. 18 points for her. Guarded by Young. Pass to Beckers. From past the arc. And again, it's Dallas with a three.
Well, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner because it's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Inside. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call. And so that's the end of the first half. Aces ahead. They're up by 10. And we'll return shortly. Now the second half about to get started up again any moment. Wilson has been dominant in this game.
Well, she created a lot of good shots for herself in the first couple of quarters, and she knows when to pass up on the tough ones. Good shot selection.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for her, and that's a stat that really tells you how efficient a player has been.
Here's Agunbowale. Over to the wing. Guarded by Young. Becker's outside. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. The shot misses. Now the Aces with it. Pass to Gray. It's hauled in by Smith.
Anybody want to bet that she won't miss that shot the next time she takes it?
Outside Agunbowale. Smith. She gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit lead.
But we see Smith scored all over the floor, but she's most effective around the rim.
Now here is Lloyd. She's got 6. Pass to Wilson, and stolen by Smith. Lets the 3 fly.
And that falls. Great assist by Paige Beckers.
With a naturally quick release, Smith is an effective option in catch-and-shoot situations.
Gray for 3. Dallas with the rebound. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Shepard with it. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Agunbowale. Soft touch off the glass.
As fearless as they come, Agunbowale with 0 issues scoring inside. We don't see that in a lot of guards.
Gray right side. Count it.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Dallas trailing here. Outside Agunbowale. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Beckers. From the arc. And again, it's the wings from deep.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and get back into this game.
And it was their defense, just as much as their offense, that served as the catalyst. And allowed them to put this run together.
What a display.
Timeout called the Aces.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Three-pointer, Jackie Young. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
Well, the D sagged off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the three.
And right before the 2025 WNBA season, Chelsea Gray won Finals MVP of the new 3-on-3 league.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch that 3-on-3 league. Gray playing during the offseason, adding another title to her resume. She's got gold in the games, a few titles in the WNBA as well for good measure.
Tried to come right back with the three of her own, but it's no good. Wilson outside.
Over here!
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. And it's Lloyd missing. Now here's Agumbawale. Gray defending. Outside Agumbawale. And it's blocked by Asia Wilson.
A patient defender with a passion for blocking shots. Wilson's such an intimidating presence.
Now here's Gray. She's got 13. There's Jewel Lloyd with the three. Drills it from outside.
There's no excuse for leaving a shooter like her open beyond the arc. None.
And here's Agumbawale. She's got 10. Pass to Beckers. The tray. And Parker comes up with the rebound. The Aces with the lead. And here's Gray. Parker ties the screen. Here's Wilson, covered by Smith. Oh, and it's blocked by Alana Smith. And now the Wings fast break. Here's Agumbawale. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Now here's Young. She has 6. Pass to Wilson, and stolen by Smith. Enrique Agumbawale drives in.
Paige Beckers from outside.
Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, she could have forced the tougher shot inside, but how about the effort to make a terrific kick-out pass and find the open shooter instead?
Here's Gray. She's got 13. Lloyd. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
Well, she can give it as good as she gets.
We're seeing some gamesmanship right now. Answers right back with the three of her own.
Now here's Shepard. Wyatt so far offensively searching for her first points of the game. That shot wide open.
Well, whether Enrique is off the dribble, screen, catch and shoot, spotting up, whatever, she hits threes pretty much every way possible.
Gray with it. Guarded by Beckers. The 15-footer. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of players.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
To the paint. Pass to Beckers. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Whatever intensity might have been lacking the first half, these teams are making up for it now.
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, things have really picked up.
Now here's Gray. She's got 15. Pass to Young. Back to Wilson. Again, Las Vegas.
A natural point guard, Young's a gifted passer, has that sixth sense to set up teammates.
Outside Agumbawale. Out to the right wing. Guarded by Young.
On the wing, Paige Beckers.
Just 4 to shoot. Releases. And there are the Wings with another bucket.
And we've had this new playoff format for a few years now. How are you guys liking it?
I love it. I think it's great. You know, the 1-18 bracket, I think that's great. We really get to see the best 2 teams in the final. It doesn't matter if you're in the East or the West.
And I was a fan of the new best-of-3 first-round series. We used to have those one-game winner-take-all rounds. I like that they expanded the total number of games in the postseason.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for her.
Waved back in 2022, Alana Smith has had quite the rise.
What a journey it's been. I mean, she was basically out of the league. Fast forward to 2024, she's starting in WNBA Finals games as a key member for the Lynx. The Australian never gave up on her dreams.
And so she hits both.
Here's Beckers.
She's got 31. For 3. Las Vegas grabs the miss. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Wilson. Young. Back to Wilson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Jackie Young.
Yeah, Young is such an effective ball handler, spots the wide open shooter and passes the rock.
Clark outside.
Pass to Beckers.
Let's go with a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Young. She's got 6. Now Bell. Gray outside. Wilson. And it's good for 2.
You just love a player like her. She's been the floor general at the offensive end.
She has been on it today, just doing a great job of keeping that ball moving.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Now here's Gray. 15 points in the game. Young shot's good.
Look, I'm not sure who was supposed to pick her up, but someone's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving her that wide open.
Pass to Fencam Mengiadu.
Out to the wing. The 3 ball. Gets it to go from downtown.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball at one end with their own.
A 3-point battle starting to take shape here.
Now here's Wilson. And that one good.
And Wilson likes asserting her dominance inside, just brushing off the defense.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. To the left side wing. And here's James. 7 points in the game. Beyond the arc. Wilson pulls it down. He gets it up. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've reached the end of the third. Aces ahead, up by 6. And time for a short break. Stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Okay, fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one with both sides coming to play so far. Pass to Talbot. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Boy, not too much respect shown to her by the defenders.
Here's James. Back Back to Gumbawale. Shoots over Young. And there are the Wings with another bucket.
Scoring off the ball. Ogunbowale so active on this end.
Pass to Talbot. Back to Lloyd. Shoots it. Can't nail the jumper. The Wings trail. Here's Mangiato. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Aces making a change here. Pass to Allen. James. Now here's Ogunbowale. No good on the three.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
We've played just over a minute here in the fourth quarter. There's Jewel Lloyd with the three. Rebound Dallas. Here's James. Pass to Allen. Ogunbowale. That falls. Nice feed that time from Lindsey Allen.
A volume scorer through and through. Ogunbowale can generate her own momentum pretty quickly.
Outside Young. Now Lloyd. The three is up. The shot off that time. Outside Ogunbowale.
And Pam Mengiadu.
With the jumping ability, Brianna Turner can get up there to send shots away.
Here's Smith. And another miss by Las Vegas. Here's Dallas now. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And again, it's the Wings from deep.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been too late.
Still some work left to do, though. They can't relax yet.
Now here's Young. And another miss by Las Vegas. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ogunbowale. Oh, and she misses the go-ahead basket. The Aces leading. Outside Lloyd. Leads over Ogunbowale. And she can't stop this drought. Another miss. Pass to Allen. Lays it up and banks it in. Young with it. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Cans it from downtown.
They need to make her earn those threes because if you play off her, she's automatic.
Dallas calls timeout.
Looks like the coach saw some things out there that need adjusting, and it's going to take a little time to talk it over.
Yeah, never a bad idea to use a timeout if there's something that's got you concerned.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to James. There's the triple. Wilson pulls it down. Gray. Back to Wilson. And here's Lloyd. Three-pointer. It's good from long range.
Great read by Wilson, opposed to can move the rock. That is why you want Asia to have the ball.
Outside Ogunbowale. Over Lloyd. And another miss by Dallas. Now Bell. Gray outside. Pass to Wilson. Leads over Ogunbowale. Again, Las Vegas.
Well, she shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. You know, like we say, she's been making music all day long.
Now here's Agumbawale.
Now Beckers.
Here's Agumbawale.
Pass to Beckers. Smith.
He's guarded by Parker Tyus. 5 to shoot.
Pass to James.
And even 3-on-3 break. Gray left side. Wilson outside Lloyd.
Now Parker Tyus.
And stolen by Smith. To the middle. Here's Agumbawale. Oh, rejected by Jewel Lloyd. Now here's Gray. Pass to Bell. And here's Wilson. The fadeaway. That one good for 2.
And I'm sensing this game really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge, no doubt about it. And that lead's going to get more and more comfortable as they do.
I agree, Brian. Let's see how this one plays out.
Agumbawale covered by Lloyd.
Beckers outside.
Shot to stop the run. Back to Agumbawale.
Pass to Beckers.
Just 5 to shoot. Off target with the 3.
And you can just feel the desperation now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
They're clearly frustrated, and it's understandable. I mean, they're on the wrong side of a monster run.
And they got to just settle down, stick to the game plan.
Yeah, keep your composure.
And stolen by Asia Wilson. And she was fouled in the act of shooting, an opportunity for a 3-point play.
A 6-4 post force. Wilson able to finish the play, so determined.
And when you look at the numbers, three-point shooting has leveled off a bit here in the W.
Yeah, it's still a huge part of the game, but the amount of attempts isn't increasing like it was before. It's been about the same the last couple of years.
Well, and we're all thinking why, right? And I think it's because teams have gotten better at defending the three-point line. And listen, there's really only so many threes you can take per game.
And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Now here's Beckers.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Smith.
And nothing is falling right now for them. And here are the Aces now. At one point, they led by 16. Gray up top. Guarded now by Agumbawale. Three-pointer, Jackie Young. Here's Wilson. Oh, and it's blocked by Alana Smith. Outside Agumbawale. The floater. No luck on that one. Now here's Gray. Pass to Young. Outside Lloyd. Over Shepard. And it's Lloyd missing. So it's Dallas now. A 12-point game. Now here's Agumbawale. She's guarded by Wilson. And here's Agumbawale. And she didn't get quite enough under that one. Gray outside. Pass to Wilson. Over Smith. And another miss by Las Vegas. And they're struggling to keep up.
We'll see if they can turn things around on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And it goes on Cheyenne Parker Tyus.
What stands out about Arike Ogunbowale is that she's not just a volume scorer. She's also, fearless with the ball. And anytime she finds a shot, she just won't hesitate to take it.
free throw missing.
And from the moment she entered the league, Arika Ogunbowale has been an elite scorer.
Well, she finished third in scoring her rookie year and then won the scoring title in year 2. Arike applies constant pressure to defenses.
And she's good on the second.
Not as productive of a trip to the line as she'd have liked. They really need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Pass to Gray. To the inside. Here's Wilson.
Alana Smith with the defensive effort.
Outside Ogunbowale. And the lead is down inside single digits. Here's Gray. Wilson outside. Offline from the top of the key jumper. And they're desperately trying to get back in this game.
And with very little time to spare.
Pass to Ogunbowale. Guarded by Young. Here's Shepard. Ogunbowale from long range. The rebound by Gray. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Young with it. Now here's Wilson. It's on target from the high post.
For a front court player, normally a center, Wilson has such a solid jump shot, forces you out to contest.
Becker's outside.
So it's the Aces winning this one easily. And in the end, a comfortable win in what was a pretty hostile environment.
Yeah, you know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems tonight.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.